Hi everyone. So welcome to our live stream. We are making some very easy simple meal today. So I hope you watch till the end. Shout out to McKay. He says hi. Shout out to Divia C. I hope I'm reading your name correctly, gal. So hi bestie. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Um, so I'm just going around gathering a few ingredients. Yes. So I hope you don't get bored. Yeah, while I scramble around. Is it scrabble? I don't know, whichever. So yeah, basically I think this is mostly what I need. Yeah, so today I'm making something very simple and very fast. I hope you guys stick around to find out what. Yes. So let's start by just peeling our potatoes because they're the ones that need a lot of work. And I'm thinking, give me time. Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, I'm defreezing my other part of the meal. So let's get on to potatoes. Let's just add one more because I feel like the three are going to be perfect. So I keep forgetting what I'm looking for, but eventually I will remember. So yeah, I feel like saying don't remind me like you can, but yeah. Yeah, I think my mind is just trying to separate things and find somewhere to peel these potatoes and also like bring what I'm missing, but it's not telling me directly. It's like I have to go and come back and think about it and go back and come back again, which is crazy. So yeah, so shout out to okay, their message got retracted. I don't know yet. What we cooking? So we are going to do some potato beef stew. Beef potato stew? Potato and beef? Yes, potato and beef stew with some rice. So basically this is some simple meal that anybody can actually cook. And so, I mean, I know I've been doing like pan fried beef with some sauces. Sometimes I do baked, sometimes, yeah. So today we're gonna do like boiled, actually. We're going for the boiled version of the beef. And then we're gonna fry some tomatoes, some onions, some potatoes in the mix. And then we're going to also do some rice, which is complimentary on the side that goes with the stew. So yeah, that's all we're gonna do today. And I hope you guys stick around and see how ingredients turn into meals and then getting plated and simple meals, basically like simple recipe, extremely simple recipes. Like literally anybody can cook this. Okay, so I try to make my recipes as non-complicated as possible. Like I don't drop this spice and drop that spice and drop the other spice, like 3 spices at a go, and don't say anything. I feel like a lot of people do actually do that, and it's for somebody like me who's actually interested in like cooking and stuff like this. It used to be discouraging for me to watch because sometimes they were so fast, yeah, and they would write like against some white background, so I couldn't actually also see the ingredients they were putting in. So yeah, I think it's easier that I'm actually saying them out loud. So guys, please stick around till the end if you've made it to this live stream, please don't forget to subscribe. We're always making some amazing meals. You can go through our page. Also, while you're here, you can go through our page, see what we're about, see how far we've come, how far we've grown, and just give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment. Basically, just keep us engaged, and yeah, I hope we're gonna enjoy this session. I always enjoy cooking, so it's something that I just do out of love. Yeah, not that I'm some kitchen robot the way some people put it out here, but like I really enjoy cooking, so it's not something I'm doing like I'm being forced to do, or like I'm doing because it's a duty or something. I do it because I actually enjoy cooking. Yeah, so I'm a food enthusiast, and well, if the universe was to give me what I wanted versus what I needed, I would have been a chef. So hey, what's up? I would have been some Chef Sharon. Chef Sharon has a nice tag to it, but yeah, sure. Yeah, so the universe gave me what I needed, not what I wanted. And also, I saw that the lives of chefs are like, basically, they don't have a social life. I used to work in hospitality, so before you say, oh, no, I know. Okay, I know. I have worked in hospitality. I know how that life goes. Sometimes you have to be at work in the morning, you leave at around 8. Somebody else has to finish the shift at around 10 when the kitchen closes. And like, yo. Well, here a lot of restaurants close at around 9, so, and then also here they don't like prioritize culinary arts or hospitality industry that much. So, well, I don't know, maybe the universe saw that I wasn't going to make it out as a big time chef in a restaurant, or I wasn't going to get time to spend with my family. Either way, we are here doing what we love, enjoying what we love doing. So I hope you guys just feel inspired. Yes, and I hope you enjoy actually watching this channel. Yeah, and watching us grow, and watching our family grow and becoming something even bigger. Okay, so please stick around. Please do subscribe. Please give us a thumbs up so that YouTube can keep sending the traffic our way. Yeah, so sometimes we get that the traffic is actually low and we don't know why, but we understand as well that we are just some small YouTubers trying to grow, and well, sometimes no hard feelings, but it all goes back to you, the viewer. Like, if you are not liking, if you're not subscribing, then YouTube probably feels like, what? Nobody cares, right? I know, so please do subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Yes. Always be here when you hear that notification ringing. Just know there's something cooking. And I really, really wish like anyone would tell me if they ever tried any of my meals. I really try to make them very simple. Honestly, I don't have complicated ingredients. I try not to have that, because otherwise I don't want to feel like I'm confusing somebody who might be interested. I know there could be like a lot of people watching, but there's always that one person who's genuinely trying to actually replicate the meals and like trying to have them as an idea for dinner, because not everybody is like instantly on their head knowing what they're going to cook tomorrow and next week and the day after that. Sometimes people struggle. We are humans, so even I struggle sometimes. Like, I keep having menus like made out, and then I keep changing them because I'm bored. I get bored a lot with routines. Routines bore me, so I try to switch things up. I try to change how the meals can be made differently. I want you to have options, because I have options. Okay, I don't want you to feel like, okay, so now today is chicken and I don't know what, and then tomorrow is chicken and this, and they are made the same way. No, if you check out all my videos and the food videos like that I've made previous to this, they're all different. The meals have been cooked. They're all cooked differently. They have gone through different styles of cooking. So like, don't feel like this is just another reputation channel. Plus, honestly guys, please do subscribe to my channel because I have seen what other people are cooking. Some people are boiling Pringles, the crisps that are expensive, and she was boiling this thing and adding several stuff onto it. It was crazy. So yo, I know the option out there is not nice, but like, this is a genuine person, genuine channel. We are trying to keep it as real as possible. Yeah, so please support us by subscribing to our channel. Thumbs up, liking, commenting, sharing. So yeah, I also genuinely hope like while you're watching, you do enjoy actually cooking and like seeing the meals come to actual getting plated and like, you know. Yeah, I hope you actually do enjoy how we start from scratch and we end up with a meal on a plate, and you actually watch everything like how we are preparing it. Nothing is being done behind the scenes or something, like we are not hiding some meals while we are cooking. I hope you really do enjoy the authenticity that comes with that. And yeah, so like I said, the only way you can support us for now is just liking, subscribing, commenting, okay? Yeah, there's like some super chats or something like that, but that is like if you want to, okay? No pressure, but in the meantime, please do subscribe to the channel, thumbs up. Also, I'm doing live streams like every single day because I'm trying to make this into an actual thing. For me, I want it to not just be a hobby, I want it to be a career, something I can enjoy, like a content creation thing. So I'm just a tiny content creator trying to grow on YouTube, okay? Yeah, so, and I know like there's people out there, genuine people out there, because I have seen how people grow, and I have seen people who didn't think they would make it, you know, and just humanity coming together and making that happen. And that is amazing. I mean, we can say the world is a horrible place, but the minute we change what makes the world horrible, we actually come up with great results. So yeah, I really hope like this can be something that I do full time, because I'm already doing it as a hobby, and I hope it turns more than just a hobby. And I know this can only happen with the support of millions of people out there who are just watching. Yeah, so if you're watching this video, don't just skip, don't just like pass and go, just give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Maybe you might not like what I'm making today, but maybe tomorrow it might be something that you really, really enjoy. Or like maybe one day you might say, oh yeah, actually I used to see this channel where this woman was like cooking. Let me go back. Like today I don't know what to cook, so let me go back and get some ideas, you know? Like that is still supporting, you know, that is still supporting. And for me, I feel like a win is a win. It doesn't matter if you support me today or tomorrow. I appreciate you either way. Okay guys? So yeah, so I'm gonna just chop these green bell peppers because I've already chopped my onions. The next thing I'm chopping is my red bell peppers because I want my meal to look exciting, inviting, tantalizing. We used to actually tell guests that, yeah. When we want them to buy steak and stuff like that, we were like, it's scrumptious. It's okay. I actually forgot some of the words, but I hope you guys remember when we were serving you and we were saying all those words. Yes, so, yeah. Okay. Something I love about bell peppers and like my starter ingredients just in general is you can actually use them without having to make too much stew, which is great because they have this juice that comes with them, like it's like within them. I don't even know how to put it, but like that's how I can describe it. Like the minute you just add them to your meal and then you cover them, give them time, they melt and they become this thick paste of stew. And I actually think that's really amazing, because sometimes people just rush into adding water into every meal. But if you give these things time, like, you realize that you actually have, like, sometimes you just look at other people's meals and you're like, what did she put in this? The stew is thick, it's tasty, it's nothing I've seen in this world, you know? And sometimes you just look at videos on social media and you're like, do people really cook like this? Yes, people actually do cook like that. Okay, it's just like some tiny things that you need to know about cooking, and then with more time, you'll be enjoying even cooking your own meals. And like I said, I've said this here before, how you cook matters, not only how you cook, but how you present the meal, okay? So I care about how the food looks like, how you started making it, how you prepared it, all the way to when you actually serve it. I'm not just talking serving it for a guest, serving it for you. Serving so that you can eat. Like, why are you putting so much effort when you're cooking for guests and not so much effort when you're cooking for yourself? You know, you have to enjoy your meal. Like, I'm not saying like, yes, you're bored, you don't want to cook a lot of food, but yes, the small portion that you've made, can you just make it exciting, please? Like, try to trick your mind into actually thinking some five-star chef actually made your meal and it wasn't you, okay? You'll just see how much that changes everything. Literally, like, for real, I mean it. I mean, if you've gone through my channel, you've seen how I present my meals. Like, at the end, I take this screenshot of the meal and I actually, like, I show you guys as well before I do that. But like, honestly, if you were to see that meal on the menu, would you not pick it? Let's just be honest, like, honestly, would you not pick that meal? You would. Why? Because it looks nice. You don't know how it tastes, but it actually looks nice. So yeah, make meals that actually make you happy. Like, they make you want to eat. You just look at them and you're like, yo, I must try. I have to try this food. I have to. Okay, so don't just make, don't be like, it's just mine. I don't care. I'm just gonna dump some rice and chicken in there and just mix it up together and start eating. Yeah, right. Why? Because nobody's watching? Because you don't care? Because you don't care about yourself? What? Yeah, so please, if you want to enjoy your meal, no matter how tiny it is, maybe it's a breakfast, maybe you have some eggs and some sausage and some tomatoes, maybe, I don't know, maybe you don't have tomatoes. Maybe you just don't care about tomatoes, but maybe you have them in the fridge. Just put that egg in a position that, like, makes it look, it's like the meal is asking you out on a date. Yeah, that was funny. Like, but honestly, that's what I'm trying to say. Make the meal exciting. Make it want to take you out on a date. Like, make the meal convince you to eat. You know, put it in a way that if you were to show it to someone, they would absolutely say, yes, I want to order this food. You know, like, plate it. Let the meal speak. Let the meal just speak for itself. And that is what is the secret in hospitality industry. The meals are prepared and plated in a way that makes the customer say, but I want this one. Especially if they're expensive, they actually make them look too good. And then sometimes when you order, you're like, where's the rest of my meal? Well, that's what you ordered for. And you're like, what? And they're like, yeah, this is it. Some fish fingers and a steak or something. And you're like, no way. There's no way you're charging me for this. Yes, because they made it too exciting and they described it too nicely for you to actually think it's that tiny. Okay? So use the same secret at home and tell me if your eating pattern doesn't change. Please. Like, just try it. Before you shut me down, just try it and then tell me you don't like how your pattern of eating has changed. You know, sometimes we hate to eat or just don't care about food enough to make it exciting, okay? The same way you have guests and you go through a lot, you're sweating, you're cooking, you're busy. Yeah, you remember like those days when your mom had guests and like everybody had to be on their best behavior? How about you be on your best behavior for yourself? You know, how about you be on your best behavior for your meals, for your presentations, for your food? You know, like sometimes I want to drink maybe water, or I just want to drink some sparkling water and maybe some syrup. Guess what I do? Like maybe I'm tired and I feel like it's boring, and sometimes I just try it and I'm like, there's something missing. So I go on, I add some ice, I add some mint, I mix it up, I take a picture. It looks nice. If somebody sees it, they'll be like, where are you enjoying life from? And I'm like, I'm home. But they're like, you're lying. You see what I did there? I made them excited to actually want to drink what I'm drinking. But in reality, I'm just drinking water. You see? So you're basically tricking your mind into thinking that what you're making is so interesting that it should actually try it. Like this person is watching it, they're like, they make such nice meals. I want to eat here. I want to eat in this restaurant. Yeah, that's why they actually made menus so they can capture you. They're actually like marketing strategies, but yeah. All I'm saying, be excited about cooking for yourself. Be excited about making something for you, okay? Before you get excited for like cooking for your guests when they visit. I know guests sometimes show up and they sometimes are not nice due to lack of better words, because there was no better words. But sometimes people are just not nice. They visit you and they're like, oh, the house is dirty, you don't clean this, the house was a mess, how could she even invite us in? Like, wasn't she even expecting us, you know? Yeah, I know guys, I know, okay? So like, just make your meals in a way that is exciting. Honestly, I have been doing this so long to my family. I feel like I've been practicing my whole life, because like, I would cook and plate the food and take pictures. I didn't even know why I was taking pictures, but for some reason I liked how the outcome was, and I just kept doing it, and I kept doing it. And at some point I just introduced it here on YouTube, and I was like, well, now this is what we're gonna do, okay? So I'm actually an enthusiast of like all things food. Well, there's a couple of shots of me like taking pictures of meals before my husband eats, and he was basically rolling his eyes because he was like, I'm starving and you're still taking pictures. And I was like, wait, because I like how that presentation comes in. You know, in my like mind, I am like, where can I replicate this? How can I replicate this? Okay, so I'm those people. I'm those people who will take pictures at your dinner table. I'm sorry, but I am, so great. I mean, I care about how it looks. You might think of those restaurant critics who just walk in, order, and then write some horrible review and say, well, when we arrived, there was no waiter to serve us. Sir, you didn't even sit down. I used to hate those people so much. Oh my God. It's funny how life changes. Like a lot of things change. And you're like, so there was a time we did that? You know? Like, oh my God, it's just crazy. It's funny how life actually do change. So these guys, they were called like restaurant critics or whatever. They used to show up, and I think by this time I was working as a cashier, so I wasn't really getting affected, but they would mention every single corner of what the problem of the restaurant is. Basically, they are critics, so it's not like they are mean or they are rude. Sometimes they could be the most exciting person you're serving, and well, they would be nice. They'll be like, hi, how is work going, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, they would later write a review. You didn't introduce yourself. You didn't say this. You didn't introduce the specials of the day. The bill was brought out late. They did not get a final receipt. And man, our bosses would be mad because they would be like, why was the receipt late? Why was the waiter serving and not introducing themselves? Why were they not introducing specials of the day? It was just, and I feel like it's just part of life. There are sometimes you just have to go through some things to get to where you're going. But literally, I know there's a lot of people who can actually relate to that statement because they're in that part of their life now and they're like, I hate this guest. He keeps coming here and he's annoying me, you know? Because there's also those guests who are like, I hate this restaurant, but I'm going to keep coming so you guys can serve me by force. We actually used to have such guests who'd show up just to rub it in our faces that they will complain. Like, you're like, why are you here? Why? And there were sometimes like, people would just intentionally avoid to serve them. So they would keep raising their hands, which is also rude, but what are you going to do? You go there to serve them, they insult you, your boss doesn't care because she just wants the money, yeah. And then when he calls your boss, he's going to like talk to her nicely, sweet talk her, say how the staff is rude, how they called you to serve and you didn't go. Yeah, and sadly, your boss is going to take their side. I know this doesn't happen in most Western countries, but it does happen a lot in Africa, and people really, really need to change. It's disgusting behavior. Because you're rude to the waiters, and then you call their boss and threaten their job. Like, what the hell, man? You know? And then you know very well that the boss is going to take your side, because apparently the customer is always right? Yeah, so it's terrible behavior. Remember that part when I said people say the world is a terrible place, but they refuse to change their bad behaviors so the world can be better? Yeah, that part. So, yeah, so there was this guest who would come, be rude to everybody, insult literally everyone, call everybody a fool, blah, 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 and still say, I will continue to come here so you guys can serve me. And you're like, are you okay? Like, is your head working properly? Do you need help? Because, you know, but sometimes we just assume like they're just sad, miserable people and they get off of seeing other people suffering. So I guess that's what happened. So yeah, we would have back to my critics. Yes. So I'm sorry I'm yapping, but it's my thing. So we would have these critics who would come to restaurants and they'll be like, hi. Sometimes they'll be the nicest people you know. They'll be like, hi, how are you doing? You look so happy today, or you look sad, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, maybe sometimes you'd open up and pour your heart out and say what's going on. Maybe the manager was being mean to you or something. Yeah, but they would still write that in the report and you'd feel so foolish for actually believing they cared. Yeah, so what was I saying? Because of these critics, people actually cared how food came out from the kitchen, how service was done, how everything literally worked out, how people were actually following the rules that were supposed to be followed. And in as much as we hated the critics and we hated this, them coming and saying, oh, this is like this is like that, and finally giving this report to our bosses, things actually changed. Like there was a certain days that we knew they would be around. We were actually prepped. We were told like, oh, the restaurant critics are coming today, so be on your best behavior, serve people correctly. Like managers would like basically prep us. But yeah, so that was nice. But like honestly, it improved service. The purpose was that it would improve service, and it did. It did. And like the chefs do not, I know like a lot of chefs sometimes are like, I'm tired, I can't plate it the way it should be plated. But like when they actually know this might catch some fire and like it's gonna cause a lot of trouble for everyone, they would actually just plate it the way it's supposed to be plated. Because like at the end of the day, the boss will start yelling at everyone. They'll be like, who was serving this table? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, yes, he owns the restaurant, but then again, like this critics come to actually rate restaurants. That is actually their purpose. So sometimes they give positive reviews, especially if you are serving them and you didn't know, and you just, like, you're just on your best behavior, you know? Yeah, so I always like to say that when you're doing something, do it to the best of your abilities, because sometimes you don't know who you're actually serving. Honestly, sometimes you don't actually know who you're serving. So when you're doing something in your life ever, it doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter how small it is, do it to your best, because you don't know who's watching, you don't know who's following you, you don't know who's paying attention, where your next client might come from, you know. And this also like actually applies to social media sometimes. Sometimes I know like social media is our private life and it's our internet and nobody should tell us what to do. But like there's a lot of people on social media who are just rude. So basically they are insulting basically anybody they can insult. Like if they get time, they will insult you. Doesn't matter who you are. But like honestly, sometimes this backfire because people can actually dig up what you said and they'll be like, isn't he the person who said this? And they would actually connect these things and be like, now you're a nice person, I guess. You know, like you've changed, right? So yeah, whatever you do in this life, do it to the best of your abilities and always try your best. So I always say like, everything I do, I try to do it my best, that if somebody was to come in and say, oh, if they want to come in and like shout and say, who did this? I would be proud to actually say, well, that was me. You know, it's hard when you didn't do it, when you didn't give it your best, and somebody comes in actually screaming like that. You'd be like, well, why? Why are you asking? And when you have to start asking yourself why, well, at that moment, I think you know you have up. So, well, I think people should do things to the best of their abilities, to a point where if you're randomly asked, did you do this? You'll be willing to say you did, without knowing why the person is actually asking. So yeah. Okay guys, I've placed my beef. I've stopped ranting, but I will continue to rant. So I have placed my beef. I placed my beef. It's not going to take long to boil, but we're going to do other things when we do that, okay? So keep subscribing, keep giving us your comments, leaving us your suggestions, telling us what you think, what you like about the live stream, what you like about this channel. Please, we really want to know what you'd like to see more. Like, would you like maybe meals, suggested meals, something like that? We can always try something new. Yeah, so you could tell us what you actually think. You could leave us a comment. Yeah, stuff like that. So for now, I have placed the beef to actually boil. And the thing about these beefs is don't take that long, okay? So it's not going to take too much of my time while it's here. So I just need to turn on the heat and start the rice cooking on the other side of the world. So basically today I'm really craving some plain rice. Like I just want, how do I call it? No more. I just want some normal rice, guys. My tongue is betraying me. I just want some normal, basic, like boil water and dump the rice. Yes, that's what I want. So today I just want some normal. I can't believe I said normal. I just want some normal rice, okay guys? Just boil the water, salt, dump the rice. I don't want spices in the rice. I am just craving plain, normal. I can't believe I said normal. Normal rice, okay? So, plain and basic. I think I should just call it, instead of saying basic, I should say plain original recipe for the rice. Right. Okay, so I also need to grab another phone where I can actually check your comments and give you guys shout outs. So yeah, stay with me. I need to put some water on the pot. But like I said about rice, every time you're cooking rice, and this is important, you need to know this. If you've measured your rice with this cup, or a spoon, or whatever, let's take a cup for example. If I used 1 cup of rice, the water should be twice the size of the cup. Okay, if I use 2 glasses of rice, the water should be 4 glasses of that same exact thing. So basically 1 cup equals 2 sizes of water. I don't know if you get the math, but if you do, your rice would be fine, nothing would burn. Just follow the simple steps and you'll be having your normal rice in a very few minutes. Because a lot of people actually do struggle with making rice. Yes, I fortunately started cooking for my family at a very tender age. So yes, also my mom was keen to teach us how to cook when we were in primary school. It wasn't even junior, it wasn't even like senior, it was basically junior. So my mom taught us how to cook and he taught all of us. Anybody in my family who doesn't know how to cook, it's their fault. I don't want to mention my family members' names, but it's your fault. Like if you don't know how to cook, it's just on you. Don't blame mom. She taught all of you how to cook. Yes, my brother knows how to cook. My 2 sisters know how to cook. I don't know to what extent. I can't say they are perfect because I'm the only one. But I hope you don't think I'm high or something. I'm always like this. So my mom taught everybody how to cook, and none of my siblings should lie to you. Whoever they are married to should not lie to you that, oh, I don't know, they don't know how to cook this, they don't know how to cook that. No, they're lying, okay? So I think I added 4 glasses of water. I'm just gonna add like a quarter. I always do that just in case the water boils, evaporation happens, okay? Sure. So yeah, like I was saying, all my siblings know how to cook. They should not lie to their spouses. They don't know how to cook. My brother knows how to cook. My 2 sisters knows how to cook. I know how to cook. Well, if I was to rate everybody's cooking, of course mine would be number 1. But then again, like I said, they all know how to cook. What am I saying? Teach your kids how to cook at a young and early age so that they can either decide if they are doing this as a career, they are falling in love with it, or they just can't cook when somebody else is not there. Okay? Yeah, I'm not saying like, oh, there's not a chance they may hurt themselves during the cooking. Yes, but they will learn. And when they learn at a tender age, it's actually better than learning when you're older. Because why do you want to teach an old dog new tricks? It's too late, okay? So yeah, just teach your kids how to cook. I will teach my kids how to cook. I know. Yes, and I'm not like saying I'm going to teach them so that I can sit down. No, because I'm these people who are like perfectionists, for lack of better words. So I'm a perfectionist, and once I am committed to doing something, I don't know, I'm going to just do it until my bones can't move anymore. So yeah, I'm those people. Okay, I'm also very stubborn because I'm an Aries, very hard-headed, and you can't beat me in a debate because why would you even try? Why? Oh, why? Why are you waking up and choosing to debate with me? Are you not want? Okay, so yeah. So those are the things about me. I am an Aries. I'm very hard-headed. Everybody knows this, including my husband. I'm very hard-headed. I am stubborn, which is the same thing as hard-headed, but I don't know. I'm stubborn as well. And my husband always says like once I bite something, I won't let go until like you actually decide to listen. Okay, so I'm those people. Yeah, I should have been a lawyer, but then again, well, here we are. Who's gonna cook for you guys? Nobody. Okay. So guys, please subscribe to the channel. I wish there was like a way we could all communicate together, but I know like this comment section, so I'm gonna just give shout out to a few people. So there's Chinasa Confidence. Hi, what's up? Shout out to you. Purple Lamp. Mrs. B, hi. We have Roberto Acevedo, sorry. Hi, shout out to you. We have Guane who just said, hello, beautiful. Hi, Guane, what's up? Yeah, somebody says, love you too. Love you, bye. Thank you so much for coming here. Okay, I think he was joining 2 messages, sorry. Okay, so somebody says, wow, so somebody with a pig, is this a pig profile? It is called like Red Velvet. He's having a bad day, guys. He's probably rolling in his bed. Okay. Okay, he's mad. Yeah. Yeah, he's like mad. You know how people wake up and they don't choose violence like the war. They just project that kind of mad. Yeah, so he has like a pig profile. I don't know if he's a fan or he's the pig. I don't know, but I would never call him that. But that is his profile picture. I don't know why he would pick that, but he's calling himself Red Velvet Connoisseur. Yeah, I'm not even gonna read his comments because they don't add anything of value to my life. I've always chosen to not respond to insults because, yeah, they're not gonna add anything to me. So somebody said, Hamdi. Oh yeah, this is Dai Facey Gal. I need to actually know how to say your name. Okay. So she said, Hamdi and I would like to come over and hang out. I would love to, guys. I would love to. Can you come cook for me? I want to taste your food. Hello. Hi, Hamdi. I would love to do that. But then again, different area codes. I don't know what to say. She says, I want to eat with you. This makes me so happy. Like when people say such things, I know like you guys are actually enjoying my videos and enjoying how I cook my meals. So I really appreciate you guys hyping me up like this. Somebody says potatoes and you're hot, and thank you so much. What time is it for you? So currently it's like 22:02 hours here, and yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep up reading a few of this. So yeah, we have, okay, Grazi, I don't know what that means, but Virginia Bricio said, hi Virginia, what's up to you? Thank you for joining our live. Thank you so much, guys. Sorry, if I keep up with this, the food is gonna burn, but I can also hear it's not burning, so thank you for keeping me company. Please subscribe, hit the like button so a lot of people can join us. And this is rice. You wash it before you cook it. Yeah, the person I'm telling that knows. Okay, so you're just supposed to wash it because everybody knows you wash it. Yeah, so remember when I said about evaporation? Yes, sometimes it happens. Maybe you've let your water boil too hard or for too long or something like that. It happens, okay? So don't panic. Don't think about it too much. Alright, so I just add those in there, the rice. My original recipe is water and salt. Basically, that's how everybody cooks rice. Normal. This unspiced rice, nothing. It's like the foundation of how to cook rice. Salt and water, okay? Salt, water, and oil. Don't forget the oil. It softens up the rice and it makes it easier to actually turn. Yeah. So, my goodness. Yeah. I'm really having a good time today. I like how everybody is commenting. Everybody is like telling me hi. They like my meals. They want to come eat. I honestly wish there was like a place where like people would just come hang out and like cook and eat. Yes, I would love to be in such spaces, but unfortunately I don't think we have those over here. Yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, but still I would love to cook for somebody to just come and try. Like, if I was to get a chance, or maybe if I was successful enough, I would fly somebody out and come sit, read the comments for us, just to be part of the show. You read the comments for us when you wait for the meal, you eat, and then you tell people how the experience was, blah, 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 maybe. But unfortunately, guys, the things we want versus the things we actually get are two different things, okay? So it would have been nice to actually say, today I'm inviting one lucky person to come and sit down with us and have some dinner. Oh my God, it would melt my heart, okay? It would absolutely melt my heart. Yeah, so my rice is boiling nicely the way I was craving it. No more rice. No more. Actually, no more rice. That's Mr. Saki. How is your investigator of a relative? It's good. I did add salt to this. I did. Okay, so like I said, the beef from here is very tender. I don't even think boiling it is like an option, but it cooks very fast, and I was slow cooking it and it's done now. And yeah, so I basically just have to finish up with the rest of the way how to do it. Yeah, so I'm hoping that's going to be our only soup for now. What's up? What? Your phone. Here goes the drama. Ooh. Who is this? Hello? Who is this? Leave me alone! When somebody calls you and you're having a breakdown and you don't know what to tell them, yeah, just tell them, leave me alone. And maybe it's the time the phone scammers have decided to actually ruin your life once more. So, yes. Somebody said they would love my food. Oh, you all make me want to cry, guys. I want to cry. Okay, so basically I'm just going to try one beef. Yeah, because I'm the one who's cooking. And before anybody asks, why you? Why can't I try? Well, viewership, and it's actually done. My God, like I was slow cooking it and it's done. Like cooked, properly cooked, okay? So now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to dump some onions in here, some tomatoes. Basically, we are trying to avoid to fry, okay? And this is making a lot of people very happy. Yeah, a lot. A lot of Judge Judys are actually excited right now. Okay, so our onions are in the pan, in the oil, and they're doing that sound. It's amazing. Alright. So I need them to actually have that golden brownish color before I add anything. What did I do now? Pans on fire. Okay, so our onions are almost turning, but again, They're the white onions and they rarely turn. They take a bit of time, but I love the aroma that they give so much that even if they don't turn, I see like a few of them on. Oh my god, guys, like the combination of this onion like cooking in the oil plus the fries, it is sending me to heaven. Okay, enough of being dramatic. So the next thing I'm gonna add is the green bell peppers. Yay, our coloring friends. Yes, and they all go there. The rice is actually giving the Lord is here kind of aroma. Yeah. The Lord is here kind of aroma. So yeah. Can you check that thing that you said you were gonna check? Because I think it only happens after I end, right?
Yep.
Okay. Just check. So a lot of things I want to say when I'm adding oil to my food, but well, Judge Judy already know what I'm talking about, so yeah. So our red bell peppers and the green bell peppers are done. Done. Okay. And it's now time to add this. It's now time to add the tomatoes. Also, I grate my tomatoes, just in case you didn't notice and I didn't say it. I grate them because they become more juicier. They melt easier in stews. Just grate your tomatoes. You don't need to fight with the knife. You're not a 5-star chef. I am not a 5-star chef. We are not 5-star chefs, guys. Please grate your tomatoes. Be careful with your fingers. Okay? Sure. Moving on. I add the salt to all this because salt actually helps to melt it faster and break it down faster, so it doesn't take longer while it's cooking. In the meantime, my very beautiful aroma of a rice, which is sending me to heaven, by the way, no joke. If there was heaven for food, yes, that's exactly where I'm headed right now, right about now. Yes. A wooden spoon, because we will get judged for this too, apparently. So I'm basically just turning this so the bottom can go up. And since my water has reduced massively, all I need to do is reduce the heat. Okay? So once your rice has reduced actually below, the water has reduced below the rice, you're supposed to reduce the heat like almost half so that it cooks slowly now. It just drains the water that is remaining, okay? Now that I've already turned the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top, you know what it is and how it's gonna go. Okay, so basically I'm still crushing my tomatoes and onions, and guys, they look like a side meal, like something you could actually serve something with. Yes, I know what I said, and I said what I said still. Okay? Oh my god, I love that sometimes I just tell jokes to myself and I laugh, and this irritates people so much and they get so pressed. Yes, they get really pressed. They're like, why? Why does she get to laugh? Because I choose to. Yeah, because life is not just roses and, well, basically if you choose it to be roses, it can be roses. And thorns are also there, so you can either decide to be happy about the roses or be sad about the thorns. But either way, you're getting both. So I'm those people who just love to see the positive side of life, okay? Yeah. As you can see on the comment section, I'm not even glitching. Like, people can be mean if they want to, that's on them. It's a representation of who raised them and who they decided to be. It's not me. And basically, people are just projecting their issues on others. So why would I be upset because somebody wants me to be upset? It doesn't work like that over here. Over here, we choose happiness over hate. Okay, so I just added my potatoes, and I'm going to add my beef. I could have added my beef, then added my potatoes, but it was going to be the same thing because at the end of the day, I was going to combine them together. Yeah, so I just added my beef with everything that it had, the left stew, the stew that was boiled together with it. Yes, again, I'm gonna have to add more water because this is not enough to actually boil the potatoes in the stew, okay? So it's a bit less. So we're just gonna add some more warm water. Yeah. This warm water, we shouldn't add too much. Okay. I think that's enough. Okay, so now our boiled beef is cooking in some potatoes that also need to cook. Yes, our boiled beef is cooking in some potatoes that also needs to cook. Yeah, if you don't find that funny, good for you. Like both of them need to cook. Because what else was I supposed to tell them? Don't cook. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to cover it up. Also, I don't want to add more salt before it's actually cooked because when it finally boils, the salt might be too much because the water has reduced, okay? So be keen on that. Salt has a way of tricking people. Our rice that smells like heaven is ready, and I'm going to turn off the heat completely. So I moved from a 6 to a 2 when the water was below the rice, and now I've turned it off completely, and I need it to actually cook with the heat that is left on the stove top. Okay? The next thing I said is I'm going to cover my beef with my potatoes that need to actually cook, just like that, guys. Can you imagine how easy it would be to just cook for yourself and enjoy your meal? Also, another thing, I cannot add spices and the extra salt right now. So it's not just the salt that I'm not adding, it's also the spices, because adding them now feels like wasting them. Because, well, it's either they're going to be not consistent enough or they're going to be out of balance when the water actually reduces. So first of all, you need to actually boil the water until it reduces and the potatoes are cooked. I don't mean they are cooked, but they are usually cooked. And then you can add your extra salt if now you taste it and you feel like the salt is not there. You can add the salt, you can add the spices, you can add anything you want. You can even add coriander that I really miss so much. Coriander, I miss you. But yes, I will go find my corianders again when I go to the market. It takes that long, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna just rinse everything else that I've used. You should also do this actually, so that by the time you're done, you don't have a lot of things to clean up. Okay, guys? So let's get on with this. Let's just wash a few things, take a few things back, take a few things back to the fridge where they came from, and then there. Okay, so I just cut them like this to fit in here, but if you don't want to, you can leave yours on the way they are, but I'm going to use them tomorrow, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to keep this. I'll be back. Please subscribe to my channel. Please don't forget to leave us a comment. Please learn to be kind for people who need to be taught this. And thank you so much for everybody that subscribed, everybody that is thinking about it, everybody that is already watching. I know I'm talking too fast, like I have some airtime that is running out. But I need to put this back in the fridge. Sarah? What? How is it not on? Why is it still on? Why is it still running? Yeah. Wow. Don't you have like an automatic way to get running? Yeah, because it is a lot of work, but it's complicated. Yeah, and that's why I was also worried about you as well, if you do on the new stuff. Not opening your eyes like that. Well, you can see your side. I am the one wrapping my last time out of that. Did you see that guy with a big profile telling me I don't know what to go back to the life? Lord, it smells so good in here. Who's this person cooking? Oh yeah, guys. Do you speak Spanish? Preciosa de corazón hermoso. No, I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry. I was just following the words. Kenzo Jabini. Thank you so much. So Kenzo says he's gonna be here every single time. Okay? And nobody can replace him. Okay. Thank you, Kenzo, for being my #1 fan. Alright, so the beef and everybody else and the rice, guys. You ever made something so good you are like, maybe my dowry should have gone up. Or like the way you clean the house so nicely and you're like, maybe I shouldn't sit down. It's not nice, like it's disrespectful to the house. Yeah, like the food is sending me that way. Is that my phone or what? No, it's yours. The house smells so good with that rice. I miss Jasmine. Maybe you didn't change the ceramic. Okay. Thank you to my mom, to my mother, thank you to my mom. Yeah. Thank you to my mom, thank you to these people. Okay guys, so like I said, I need to clean up what I've used so that by the time I'm eating, I only have to wash the final plates that I've eaten. And so I think it's a good advice you guys should follow too. I'm not trying to influence you, but it's just something genuine that is good. I mean, but like if you're being influenced in a positive way, what is wrong with that, you know? Like, that's a good thing, right? If somebody is influencing you in a good way, in a positive way, is that bad or good? Yes, it's influence, but is it bad or good, you know? I feel like influence is only bad if it's somebody influencing you in a negative way. Like if I was maybe encouraging you to do like bad stuff, yeah. Maybe that should be like the worst form of influence. But I'm just telling you, like when you're done cooking, just clear out what you've used. In hospitality, we call it clean as you go. So basically, everything that you have used, by the time you're finishing, they're all like following you all the way. So you just clean up as you move in. All right. Now that we have that out of the way, let's get into these dishes we've been singing for a while now. And the room is smelling amazing. I wish my neighbors could tell you guys how the food smells really, really good in here. But like, yo. If I was to be told like to give a shout out to somebody that brought me to this cooking stage, yeah, the shout out would go to my mom. To my mom, thank you to my mom. Yeah, right. You know, for teaching me how to cook at a very young age. Yeah. And for instilling a desire to want more. Like, I'm those people that can instantly taste someone's food and say it's undercooked. Yeah, I know a lot of people think it's bad, but honestly, I can tell. I can taste it and say, it's still raw. You didn't put enough time into this. Yeah, especially with the hard things to tell like ugali, because apparently a lot of people don't know how to tell if ugali is not well done. Not me though, not me. Yeah, because one miss with ugali and your diarrhea is not going to end. You're going to be fighting for your life. A lot. Okay, a lot. So guys, I need you to stick around for the presentation of the final meal. Yeah. I'm excited already because I wanted to have this original rice. I don't even know what to call it, but like I wanted to have this salt and water rice today. It's so bad. It was literally on my mind. Salt and water rice, normal, original recipe. Like KFC says original recipe. This is original recipe for rice. Salt water. Salt water and oil. I think it used to even be salt and water only. Oil came back just a few times. But like, I think old people never used to use salt, like oil at all. You know, older generation, they never really used to use oil. Like my grandma would tell me they would cook with like, I think it's like the oil from the cow's milk. Yeah, like they would cook with that. They would cook veggies with that. They would cook a lot of stuff with that. So yeah, so oh, my meals are amazing. They're sending the aroma everywhere. Mmm. Yes, we did it. Let's see if the top did the work. Yes, it's all done. It's all great. We're just waiting for the beef and the potatoes to do their thing. I even love the sound of food when it's boiling. It's like, like leave me alone. You know? Yeah. And this baby over here still has a long way to go because the potatoes are still not yet done and the water is still a lot. So like maybe probably 10 minutes or something, or 20. Whichever one it feels like is enough for it to actually cook. I'm patient. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until it's the perfect texture and it's the perfect doneness that I'm looking for. I will wait. So today something interesting happened at the gym. The Red Bull guys were, I don't know if they were on promotion or something, but they came to the gym and they were like, I was like, what are they? Like, they were talking to everybody else and like giving this free Red Bull cans. And I was like, what's going on? And they were like, yeah, we're giving out these Red Bulls for people who are working out. And they were like this Red Bull Zero. I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but like this Red Bull Zero now, okay? So yeah, so I got this Red Bull Zero because they gave it to everybody else who was at the gym and they were working out. So I got this Zero Red Bull and I come home and I drink it, before I eat, yeah, before I started cooking. And for some reason, isn't that supposed to give me like energy, like keep me active or something? But for some reason, I was falling asleep. I mean, I don't know, but like I drank it and I actually thought instantly like I was going to be now awake and active and like, I'm seeing things clearly now for the first time. Nope, I was passing out. I was just fighting for my life to stay awake so I can follow up on this live. How do you drink? How do you drink energy drink and then you're passing out? I mean, is it me? Am I the problem? What? Or was I just too tired from the gym that no matter what I drank, I was still going to be like exhausted? I don't get it, but like honestly, it was more of a shock to me. I was like, wasn't I supposed to be energized? What happened? But then again, I've realized that a lot of drinks here and food and medicine is different from what we get in Africa, because I'm sure if I drank some energy drink in Africa, I would definitely be awake. For some reasons, I feel like the percentage of whatever is added to the drink is usually low here. I don't know why, but like even the dosage here for medicine, when you look at it, it's actually low. Like you take a painkiller and it takes 3 hours, 2 hours to kick in. And like if I was in Kenya and I took like a paracetamol, I would absolutely what you deleted? I didn't see. Oh, my brother is here. Hi, Alton. Hi, bro. What's up? So I'm doing a live stream for evening cooking, and you know me, I'm just like out here yapping, and yeah, people on social media, some are good, some are just angry, but all in all, I'm still gonna do this live stream. So thank you for joining. Marin just came up and said you are here, and like I should give you a shout out. Yeah, shout out to my brother. That's my brother. He's called Alton. So everybody maybe should wave wherever you are. Just wave, even if he doesn't see you. So yeah. So like, what was I saying, guys? What was I saying? I was talking about the dosage and the drinks and the food. I don't know much about the food, but like I've already said, they're usually very soft and tender. Chicken and beef, pork, you name it. I don't know much about the fish, but fish is always soft. But then again, you haven't tasted anything from Africa, so you will know. If you have, then you know the difference. But the fish is soft, the beef is soft, the chicken is soft, the pork is soft. And ours is like opposite, I think. I don't know, maybe ours is just organic, I don't know. But then again, the sodas here are not as sugary as they are. The sugar, okay. So then again, the sodas here are not as sugary as they are in Africa. It's just different. Like the first time I came here and I had some blackcurrant soda. I was like, oh, is this juice? Like it wasn't what like Coca-Cola is giving us in Africa. I'm sorry, but like you guys need to go there and taste it. Honestly, like the sugar is a bit higher there, and here you barely taste the sugar. Like, and they also have so many other brands of sodas that like nobody even cares about Coca-Cola that much. Yeah, so those are like things that I've noticed since coming here. Well, the dosage for the medication is low, so you're going to take some painkiller and you're not going to feel it for like 2 hours. You're going to drink some soda and you're going to wonder, are you drinking soda or just normal sparkling water with syrup? So usually we don't drink soda, but we drink sparkling water with syrup, right? And like we try to make the sugar in the syrup like.
I'm saying hi to your brother.
Oh, hi Mari just said hi to you. Did you see him, babe? How are you running, sir?
It's your show.
Come on. Aren't you behind the scenes? Mari just said hi to you. I hope you saw him. So, yeah. Did you just come back again? I thought I said hi to you when you said hi. Marion is back, trying to say hi. Babe, wave.
Yeah, you're acting like you have some kid or something.
No, it's like you're hiding.
It's your show.
But it's your show too. Okay, guys. So while I was yapping my tongue off, I was yapping. I'm a yapper a lot. I know I annoy people like red velvet, whatever you call yourself. But yeah, it's not my fault that you're upset. It's not me. It's you. You need to check up on yourself. Okay, so our potato is actually falling off. Yeah, you see that? It's just like smudging, like turning soft. Like that's what we're looking for. Tell her to join the live and see. Okay, so guys, now is the time that I'm gonna taste my salt. My brother just said like his wife says I should send the food over, and I just told him to like tell her to join the live and eat from the live. Like just like the rest of the viewers are trying to come over for dinner. Guys, like I said, the salt is still low, and I wasn't supposed to add this until the last minute, which is now, because now the water has simmered down. And this is your time to add the salt, the spices, the black pepper, the mixed spice, the cumin, whatever you want to add. Also, I think you're sensitive to spices. Have you thought about that?
Well, you asked if I can think.
Sir? No. I would never. Çetiriyse nah. Diverse?
This is mine. In the good days.
Yeah, right. Okay. So now it has simmered. And we are ready to actually serve. But before that, I'm just gonna add some hot and sweet sauce just to thicken the stew a little bit.
You know, every day I have a dilemma. One side I want longer live streams, on the other side I want to eat. I cannot really make a decision.
Well, that's what happens when you live where they cook. You're actually living other people's dreams right now. Like a lot of people are like, can we just come and eat? You know? Can you fly them out? Don't you own a plane, sir? Okay, guys, so our stew has simmered. It's looking lovely. We are trying not to add too much salt, too much anything. So I added hot and sweet, and the next thing I'm gonna add is the oyster sauce, which goes very good with the beef, but I'm trying also not to change the taste too much. So I'm just gonna put like a little bit of this. The oyster sauce, okay? So basically what I added to my meal was oyster sauce and hot and sweet sauce. That was it. And all this I just added to give it a little bit of taste and to also thicken the stew. That was why. So remember today, the beef wasn't fried, Karen. Okay? So either way, the meal still looks amazing. I just want to show it to you before I actually serve it and you see how it looks like. Okay, the devil don't fall there. So this is how it looks like. Okay. My husband's actually drooling. But that's it. The next thing we're doing is serving this meal and showing you how it looks like. Yes, guys, we have come to an end. So if you're sitting with someone and they were sleeping, please wake them up because Mama is ready to serve. The food is ready. Guys, we used to wake each other up like that. Or sometimes you just say, Mommy's calling you. So you can say no. And then you can start, yeah. Kids. You can't relate, right? You can't. It's okay, baby. You can relate. You know, you didn't grow up in this family where there was like 10
No.
kids.
That's too much rice.
Wow, look who we just found in the kitchen. The main head chef. Chef?
The supervisor.
The supervisor. The supervisor literally told me this is too much rice. Like I was gonna give it out to the cats. Sir. Sir. First of all, this is Jasmine. Jasmine is the only rice out here that reminds me of home. Yeah. My Sheila Jasmine rice, yes. So, we're done with the rice. We're gonna be moving on. I don't want to change my tone like you do when you're teaching me. Sarah? Okay, so the next thing we're doing is adding our very nicely done beefy stew with potatoes. Right. Just want to add a bit of this, a bit of that. Remember, my stew is not those runny, boring stews. Should I call it soup?
It's organic.
What?
It's organic.
It's organic. No. But like honestly, the secret to this meal is people didn't think that it was possible. A lot of people. A lot. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. Okay, so this is what we are having today. Oopsie. Sir, you work here? Okay guys, so this is our final meal for the day and he's trying to pick potatoes like sir, really? So this is our final meal for today. Some potato fried beef stew and it wasn't actually potato fried. Some beef with potatoes and some basically cooked rice. Is this very sweet? Is this very sweet? Are you asking or are you saying? Okay, Lucy 10. Oh, shout out to you. I'm so sorry I didn't see you. Lucy 10, shout out to you. You said hi like 4 times. I'm sorry I didn't see you, girl. Kenzo is still asking if this is sweet. Guys, this is our final meal. It's basically a very simple, normal meal. Like anybody can cook this. If you teach your kids how to cook this, they will cook for you tomorrow. Honestly, I'm serious. Because it's the simplest thing I've ever done. I boiled the beef. I didn't boil the potatoes. I boiled the beef. After boiling it, I fried tomato, onions, and red bell peppers and green bell peppers. Then I added the beef and the potatoes, added them together, added some oil, water, boiled it. Okay? The soup simmered. I added some hot and sweet sauce. I added some oyster sauce. Done. Salt, black pepper. Done. Okay? And then the rice was just salt, water, and oil. That was it. I literally said I'm making a simple meal today, and I made a simple meal. Okay? I made a simple... Kenzo is always sending me to heaven and back. He's like, I want to eat. Sir, thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for paying attention to everything that I did to make this meal a success. Thank you for everybody that has subscribed. I hope to see you again tomorrow. For us, this is going to be our dinner. Just keep having a look at it. Yeah. So, thank you for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. I'm a small YouTuber trying to grow my content, and I would really appreciate you for doing that. So, thank you for watching. Hope to see you again tomorrow on another live stream. I do these live cookings every single evening. I also do live stream for fitness at the gym every single day. I rest on Saturday from the gym, but I do live dance sessions at home. So if any of those 3 are something that actually interests you, please don't forget to subscribe, okay? Give us a you'll get a notification when we post anything, when we do anything. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you and bye. Good night. See ya.